like something was trying to keep my stream from actually happening. So anyway, what's going on, everybody? I know that there's not going to be too many people that's going to be in there because I kind of did this on a whim right now. I had a lot of my young people who attended the Super Bowl parties, and they know how I pay attention to certain things and certain words. And let me get this out there in the open right now, ladies and gentlemen. I grew up around culture that regarded rap, R&B, jazz, you know, things like that. You can call it gangster rap. So culturally, this is something that is definitely understandable here amongst our young people, especially our young black ones, right? So anyway, a lot of my young mentees knew that I was watching the Super Bowl, and a lot of them are definitely into Kendrick Lamar. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. I really don't know who Kendrick Lamar is, right? But I definitely know of his song, They Not Like Us. I definitely know that song. My sons, a lot of our young people, they played the living daylights out of that song, right? So anyway, for the first time in my entire marriage, my wife and I and my sons, we sat down and we watched the Super Bowl last night. We've never done this. Like, guys, I don't pay attention to the Super Bowl. I don't even care. But last night, my wife was just like, let's just do something different. We never done it. So she said, let's have our own Super Bowl party. So we had our own Super Bowl party. We sat down, we watched the game, and I called it. Right from the beginning, I said, hey, the Eagles look like they are really focused. Like something just seemed different. They just seemed focused right from the jump. So my oldest son was asking me questions about the game. They never watch football. They don't pay attention to football. He was asking me certain questions about the football game. So I was telling him about different players on the team, what these plays meant. So my son actually ended up betting, and he actually won $750. My son did, betting on the Eagles game, right? Anyway, that's not even what this is supposed to be about. So what I wanted to bring to a lot of people's attention is the halftime show last night with Kendrick Lamar. There is so much stuff to unpack here, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much to unpack here. So Kendrick Lamar, first of all, if you watched it last night, when they first started off, if y'all, any of you in here right now, if any of you watched it last night, you would understand what I'm talking about with the halftime show. So I'm a gamer. So the first thing I noticed is when the halftime show started, they were in the triangle, the circle, the X, and a square. That's how it started off. So I was like, oh, wow, look at this. Is this like advertisement for PlayStation? This is what I was saying to my sons. I was like, whatever the case may be, guys, it literally was the symbols of a PlayStation controller, right? So keep that in mind. Now, the show comes on. Kendrick Lamar is out there doing his thing. Now, I want to tell you guys something. He started off saying the revolution is being televised. He said something else, but you picked the wrong guy. So people, I've had left people who are on my channel who are Democrats and Republicans, people who are just trolls. I got so many emails saying that Kendrick Lamar called out President Trump when he said the revolution is about to be televised, something, you picked the wrong guy. So they took that like he was saying that you picked the wrong guys in Trump. What does a diss song, Kendrick Lamar did this diss track to Drake. He did a diss track to Drake. What does that have to do with Trump? Trump literally lives rent-free in a lot of y'all heads. Now, it can be taken that way, but then I said it can be taken another way. When he said it's about to be televised, but you picked the wrong guy, I thought Kendrick Lamar was saying, oh, you picked the wrong one to do this show because I'm getting ready to call some people out. Which, if you paid attention, Kendrick Lamar did. Guys, Kendrick Lamar called out Drake. It was a diss track. He threw all kind of shots in his song. So now let me say something right now, because there's people out there that I disagree with. There are people that's of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. There's people who are not of any party. They got on X or Twitter and they made comments saying things like, this was horrible because mumble rap. Now, I'm coming to Drake. I'm coming to Kendrick Lamar's defense. That was not mumble rap. If you don't understand and never even took the time to understand certain rap songs, of course it will sound like mumble rap. Now, let me tell you, there are some mumble rappers out there. Trust me. My channel right now has over 3,000 videos of reaction videos to music. There are some mumble rappers out there. There are rappers out there that rap fast, but what Kendrick Lamar did last night, that was not mumble rap. So whoever, I don't care. These are people that I'm cool with, like Benny Johnson, that's talked about mumble rap and all that. That was not mumble rap. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. You didn't understand the lyrics. If you never heard the song, of course it'll sound like mumble rap. And let's keep it real. There are country songs that I've listened to. There are rock songs that I've listened to. There are heavy metal songs that I listened to. I didn't understand what they were talking about because it was my first time ever hearing it. I didn't have a lyric sheet with me. So let's just keep it real. It was not mumble rap what he was doing last night. But last night it was a game controller. And guys, by the end of the show, the way that they had the crowd in the audience, it lit up and said game over. And it also, before the Kendrick Lamar started, it lit up and it said a warning. It had warning up there. So it's pretty much like it was a game controller. He was saying he's, you know, all type of symbolism in there. Now, Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle Sam, to me, the whole entire halftime show felt like it was almost like a Broadway musical. Samuel L. Jackson would come in. He would say something and narrate it about a certain song, but then they would perform. Samuel L. Jackson would pop up again and say something, and then he would perform. Now, I'm going to keep it 100% real with you guys. There were other people that got out there and they were mad because they said, why was it all black people? So, let me make this clear, ladies and gentlemen. They said this seemed like it's messed up. Why? Okay, black people. It was all black people that performed the Super Bowl halftime show. All black people. So it was like, oh, see, here go DEI. Now, here's the thing. Y'all know me. I keep it real with y'all. I would not look at this as a DEI. And I told you, I know of Kendrick Lamar one song. But the reason why I said I would not look at this as DEI, because most of you guys that follow my channel, I let you guys know how I grew up in the ghetto, in the hood, in the projects. We lived in Chicago, Central Illinois, and we grew up in the hood. So the reason why I say this is not DEI, if you did not understand the symbolism, I understand why you would think it was, oh, it's all black people. It had nothing to do with that. First of all, he's from Compton. And if you looked at how they set up the stage, it was being in the hood. The only thing that was missing was homes. But the fact that they had people sitting by the street lights, chilling at the street lights, that literally was symbolism for how it was in the hood. Okay? So that's why I wanted to throw that out there, because a lot of my mentees, they were getting this at school. They're all in high school and college saying, hey, Mr. Ty, people are saying, how come it was all black people? And blah, because it had nothing to do with it just being all black people. It had everything to do with the setup. It was like in the hood, on the street with the street lights on, people chilling by the street lights. And if you grew up in the hood, you know good and well, that's what it looked like all the time. And we all knew that if the street lights went off, it was time to go home. So that's what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with it, just no white people were there. It had everything to do with how it looked up and how it looked in the hood, on the street, right? Now, most people did not know either that in Kendrick Lamar's lyrics, it was a diss track back at Drake. So people don't, if you didn't understand, I can understand why you would be completely confused. Now, it was absolutely crazy, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because my young people had me listen to this song for I listened to this for almost since it came out. I heard it at their homecoming parties. I've heard it some of everywhere, right? If you do not know, Kendrick Lamar called Drake a pedo. So again, to my subscribers and those of you that are watching right now, I urge you, go and read the lyrics. You would have a better understanding, and you would understand why there were so many mixed reactions of people saying this is horrible. Why you get up there? No, he threw shots, right? AD with the $5 super chat said, I'm confused because if your identity is resistance, what do you do when what you were resisting isn't what you were resisting anymore? Right. I hear what you're saying by that. So if you didn't understand the lyrics and what Kendrick Lamar was saying, I can understand why I would be confused. So for example, go back. If you go on the internet right now, there's all kind of people posting things on there right now. Like when he was like, say Drake, then he smiled at the camera. He literally called Drake out in front of hundreds of millions of people. He says, say Drake, I hear you like them young. I hope you don't end up on cell block 1. Some of y'all, if you don't understand the culture behind this, I get why you don't understand it. For one, let me say this real quick. He said, say Drake. In other words, hey Drake, the rapper Drake. He said, I hear you like them young. And he said, I hope you don't end up on cell block 1. The reason why you wouldn't understand it, because everybody know that if you are a PDF, if you are a pedo, and he said, I hope you don't end up on cell block 1, you know that pedos don't make it in prison. So he's throwing shots at Drake, which people, again, if you don't understand it, if you didn't know the song, look, I would be in the same boat as a lot of you if I never listened to this song and never listened to the lyrics. I would completely be like, I don't get why he's rapping. I get it. I understand. But the fact that I know what's going on, I'm telling you guys. So again, he also said something that he let the crowd say it. He said, certified lover boy, certified, and he closed his mouth. And the whole crowd yelled, pedophile. He's saying this to Drake. Now, he said you try to strike a chord and it's probably a minor. So, some of y'all, if you don't listen to rap, I know some of y'all are not going to agree with this, but it's fine because those of us that come from that background, that culture, you can disagree with this. But what he literally did has so much symbolism, and it was poetic. Because when he said, you try to strike a chord, but it's probably a minor. Some of you are like, oh yeah, music theory, you know, there's A major and there's A minor. Yeah. He threw that in there in such a slick way that he said Drake is trying to strike a chord, but it's probably with a minor. Again, he called him a pedophile. And then he said, I hear you like him young. And then he said a minor. So he's saying that he's pretty much calling Drake a pedo. And again, the reason why, let's keep it real, the reason why it resonated with so many black people that listen to rap, grew up on rap, the reason why it resonated with so many white people who love Kendrick Lamar is because they understood the assignment. For one, they did not think that he was going to do that. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think he was going to do it either. I was sitting there with my two sons, my two sons who were about to be 23 and 21. When he said, say Drake, I was like, oh, he about to say it. And he said it. And I was like, oh my God, they let him get away with it now. When he said certified lover boy, certified, and then it's like, whoop. Kendrick didn't say it, but he let the crowd at the Superbowl say it, and they knew it. They all yelled out, pedophile. Now, again, the other thing that a lot of people, you can take it however you want to. People were upset because Kendrick Lamar had all black people and the colors that they wore were red, white, and blue. And he even went on the stage. When they were on the stage, he had all of them set up like the American flag. So people took this all kinds of ways. People were saying, hey, Kendrick Lamar is showing that he had all these black people on the stage. They all formed the American flag the way they were in, you know, sync with the colors. They were showing that, okay, so black people can be patriotic. And then the other people were like, no, he was doing that to show that America, and look, some of y'all, I don't know how, I just don't get it. You can find, if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. If you want to say that Kendrick Lamar was having all the black people look like the American flag to show that they don't like America, you can say what you want to with all that. It just, people go crazy overboard with this, right? So then, what I want you guys to notice, though, is by being in music and being a musician myself. The fact I thought was like really crazy that he said A minor, and we do know that is a chord in music. But also, did y'all notice that you guys notice my thumbnail? I don't know if anybody picked up on this. I literally was looking at my sons like, y'all see his necklace? Look at his necklace. Any of you right now, if you're watching me live right now, if you pull up another tab on my channel right now, if you pull up another tab on my channel, look at the chain that he's wearing. Y'all notice what letter it is? If y'all go and look at my thumbnail, yep. Tequila, I don't know what you said, but yeah, okay. Angel said just show it. I can't show it. I'm live right now on the phone. I can't show you. I can't show you what it was. Jennifer Hill got it right. No, it's the letter A. It's the letter A. It's literally A minor. In music, what he's wearing on his chain is literally A minor. So he's literally putting it out there. So here's the thing, folks. There's some people, woo-wee, listen, this got crazy. There's some people that commented on a halftime show, and I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Matt Gaetz has something to say about, oh my God, y'all. I'm not trying to laugh. Sorry. Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz jumped on and he had something to say about the halftime show. And man, they flamed Matt Gaetz up because y'all know the allegations, the so-called stuff that came out against Matt Gaetz, right? You guys know the allegations. So when Matt Gaetz made a comment about the Super Bowl halftime show, people start coming at Matt Gaetz saying, did it strike a chord with you, Matt Gaetz? I'm sorry, y'all. I like Matt Gaetz, but I'm sorry. They came at Matt Gaetz like, weren't you in trouble for messing around with a minor? So when they start making comments at Matt Gaetz saying, did it strike a chord with you, Matt Gaetz? Y'all, look, I'm sorry. I laugh. I'm going to laugh. When stuff is funny, I'm going to laugh, whether you like it or not. And then they said to Matt Gaetz, they said, say, Matt, I hear you like I'm young. I was like, man. And then people said to Matt Gaetz, there's like music theory, A minor. So I was like, oh my God, Matt Gaetz walked himself right into that one right there. I'm sorry. He walked himself in there. But here's the thing. There were other people that made comments about Kendrick Lamar's rap lyrics. And I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact that a lot of people didn't even hear you. They don't even get it. They don't even understand. And what's crazy about it is there were other individuals that made comments about Kendrick Lamar's song. And these people actually are individuals who are being accused for being, little PDDs as well. Yeah, these people are known for being with minors as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know this was not a long video, but I told y'all it's a lot to unpack. There's mixed emotions, there's mixed reactions. Now, you want the real deal from me. To me, I told my wife, and I'm telling you guys right now, it didn't have the entertainment factor. You know what I mean? And there's going to be people that's going to complain about every Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to find something wrong. Remember Jennifer Lopez and Shakira? That people criticized the living daylight side of that because they said it was not family friendly, booty shaking and everything like that. Now look, see, you can't have it both ways because he didn't have any booty shaking girls up there like a lot of people Well, it was look. Y'all can disagree. This is very arguable. I would be lying to you if I told you I don't like rap. I like rap. I grew up with like rap is part of my culture. Rap is part of my life. I still listen to rap right now. Let me tell you something. That was classy for how people stereotype rap. Nobody was up there looking like a disgusting whore. There was no booty shaking, gyrating, none of that right there. Everybody was fully clothed. So what I'm saying that for is that you're going to find something wrong with it. Oh, I can't believe they let Kendrick Lamar do it. He's a rapper. But guess what? Based off the fact that look, when I say whole, y'all know I'm using this as I'm using it as an exaggeration, so to speak. How is it that when Kendrick Lamar would close his mouth and say something, and he get ready to say something, the whole stadium knew the words? So when he said a minor, you can watch video, go on YouTube right now, like the whole darn stadium knew to say a minor. The whole stadium knew to say pedophile. So the entertainment factor for me was not there. Now, what y'all don't understand as well as this. When I told y'all about the symbolism, did y'all see Serena Williams crip walking? So again, some of y'all not gonna understand is it's hard for you to understand if you didn't come from that culture, if you didn't come from that life. Being in the hood, hanging out by the street lights, Serena Williams crip walking. You do know crip walking is a gangster dance. It literally is like what they call sea walking. It's crip walking. It's a gangster dance. So Serena Williams was crip walking. The street was like that of Compton, where Kendrick Lamar is from. And I'll raise you another one. He threw so many shots at Drake. Do know that the reason why they had Serena Williams crip walking, not just because the dance was metaphor to it being on the street and it being a dance formulated in the hood, but Serena Williams is Drake's ex. So I told y'all, if you didn't understand it, you wouldn't get it. That's why I said that. So I get it, folks. And just like with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, when they did their things, it was all about the dancing, the booty shaking, the salsa and everything like that, because that's their culture. So folks, again, you're gonna have something to say about it. There was a time where I knew there was a rock band performed at the Super Bowl before. Michael Jackson performed at the Super Bowl before. All kinds of people performed at the Super Bowl, people, and you're gonna have your ups and downs, your highs and lows, your likes and your dislikes. So I just wanted to give you guys my take on that. I am pleasantly surprised, and I was grateful that I did not see no skankish, booty shaking, crazy stuff like that. I was thankful of that, but at the same time, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just found myself like this, literally like, oh, did he just say that? Oh my God, they said he let the crowd say pedophile. Oh wow, the whole crowd knew it said a minor. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't entertaining as much as it was intriguing, because I knew the assignment. Let's just say that. All the metaphors, the throwing shots, the undertones, I completely get it. But as far, I thought I was gonna see like fireworks. Y'all know how it is, fireworks, crowd dancing, him leaving, and then all of a sudden coming back with different clothes on. You know, I'm just being real. Like what Usher did was very entertaining. But to me, I gotta be real. It felt like I watched a Broadway, so to speak, a Broadway musical type thing like that though. So he spoke his words out. He wasn't lip syncing, but other than that, I'm just keeping it real. It was all right. So anyway, I'm just telling y'all that was it. But I just think it was clever how he slid that song in there and did that. And I know that Drake is probably at home pissed off because that was. And I'm going to talk about something later on, ladies and gentlemen, but this is not what this video is about, because we did have a surprisingly, I'm surprised that we had a Negro up there with a Palestinian Gaza flag on the back of the Monte Carlo. And We're going to talk about that a little later. I'm going to show you guys a video on all that. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that and give you my take on that. I appreciate everybody that sent out a super chat right there. Let me go ahead and read it off. Texas Roller Skate Girl. Hey, God bless you, and I appreciate you with the $20 super chat. So I just want to give you guys my take on that right there. And hopefully it can help a lot of you that didn't understand what was going on, because I would completely get it if I was in your shoes and didn't know anything about Kendrick Lamar and the song and how big of an impact that song was in the rap game in regards to diss tracks, whatever like that. Is going to go down as being completely epic. A lot of the symbolism in there was Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle Sam, the PlayStation controller, and at the end it said game over and all that. I know some of y'all won't get it, and it's completely understandable why you probably would think that it sucked, because if you're not into it, if you're not interested in it, and you don't even listen to rap, you can care less about rap, and you felt like the Super Bowl was a bust, whatever like that, I understand why you would think that. Not the Super Bowl, but that the halftime show was a bust. I would understand that, but there it is, folks. Leaving it at that. It wasn't entertainment. It wasn't entertaining. The halftime show wasn't to me in regards to dancing, spectacle, fireworks, but it was interesting with the lyrics and the throwing shots and everything like that. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys all go, right? And with that being said, you guys all know I end my videos. I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.